Hi, my name is Nurisa Shazwani binti Mazuki. My number 3 is HHB30103. I would like to present about my part, which is introduction. The first one is importance of F&B cost control, that organization manage expenses related to food, labor and operation while ensuring profitability and service quality. Number 2 is relevant to large-scale hospitality operation, which is large-scale establishments such as convention centre handle high volume of guests and food production. Number third is challenges in the current hospitality industry, which is the hospitality industry faces challenges such as rising food prices, increasing labor costs, and also strong competition. Next is objective. The first one is to examine the FME cost control, which is the study aim to understand how the BTC manages its food and beverage costs. Second is to evaluate effectiveness of cost control measure. These objectives assess whether current practices have reduced food waste. The third is provide improvement recommendation, which is the final objective is to suggest improvement to enhance cost control system. The last one is to analyze impact and operational and also profitability, which is the objective is examining the relationship between cost control practices and operational efficiency.
My name is Nurin Jazlina. My matric number is H2382584. I want to present about concept review of cost control. Cost control is defined as the process of evaluating and reducing business expenses to increase profit. Cost control is about taking corrective action to track business expenses and ensure that working capital is used efficiently. Cost control is sometimes also called expense control. There are four main categories in the hospitality industry, which is food costs, beverage costs, labor costs, and overhead costs. Firstly, food costs. Purchasing control must buy in the right quantity because buying too much will result in the risk of damaged goods. Secondly, portion size control is where each meal must have a standard portion size according to the correct weight. Thirdly, for waste control, the manager must create a new system by making food if there is a new order from a customer, and excess food waste can be used as a more for the purpose of making stock, soup, or sauce for food. Next is beverage costs. Management must examine whether each drink has a standard recipe, the use of consistent glass size, and the use of the right drink-making equipment. This is because it can reduce the burden if it is sensitive to the cost of drinks, such as water overflow. Secondly, employees or customers who have stolen drink stock due to dishonesty and lack of ethics in working will be taken action against. Labor costs increase productivity. By providing regular training to employees, they can hone their skills to reduce making the same mistake. Second step is strategic scheduling. This is because management must be aware of peak hours. Next, overtime control. Management must pay 2 times the normal salary to employees who work overtime so that they feel their hard work is worth it. Lastly, overhead costs. Managing utilities are to install electrical equipment that save energy during operating hours, such as changing regular lights to LED lights. Second step is reduce maintenance by making a periodic schedule every month for maintenance work, such as repairing air conditioner, machine, chillers. Lastly, rent must be paid monthly, quarterly, or annually with an agreement between the tenants. If the business does not grow and declines, then you can negotiate with the tenant to lower the rent a little or move to a premise with a cheaper rent.
Assalamualaikum. I want to talk about case finding and analysis. For food cost control, WTC use centralized purchasing where all ingredients are bought from approved supplier to control pricing and maintain quality. WTC also applied a POS system and inventory system to record sales and monitoring stock, which help reduce wastage and avoid over-ordering. In addition, standard recipe costing is used, especially for catering and banquet service, to ensure consistent portion and control food costs. For beverage cost control, WTC conduct regular inventory monitoring, apply standard portion control, and use post-sale tracking to ensure performance and adjust pricing when needed. Thank you.
I'm Sharmila Sundar, matric number H23B1421. Now I am explaining about the third one, which is labor cost. In labor cost, there is online reservation system to match the staffing with occupancy prediction. Case finding of that, WTC has an electronic staff scheduling system which accommodates employee work schedules with bookings and the rate of occupancy and demand during operation. The analysis The online booking program will allow the management to predict labor needs depending on the anticipated occupancy and the size of the event. The second one is training of employee to save the overtime expenses. Case finding of that is WTC also has cross-training program whereby employee are trained to work in various positions with the departments. Analysis employees who are cross-trained offer more flexibility in the workforce that they can utilize as the management can call employment where they are most needed without depending on the overtime and temporary workforce alone. The third one is overhead cost control. In the overhead cost control, there is installation of HVAC and lighting that is energy saving. Case finding of that is WTCS apply the use of light consuming LED lights and intelligent heating, ventilation and air conditions in all its premises. Analysis the use of smart HVAC and energy efficiency lighting decrease the use of electricity by automating the use of energy depending on the needs of the operation and the number of people in the facility. The second one is digital dashboard to monitor the electricity and water consumption. Case finding of that is WTC keep track of power and water consumption with electronic displays that show real-time consumption statistics. The analysis is using the digital monitoring system, the management will be able to evaluate the utility usage platform and detect the existence of anomalies like leaks, overconsumption, or inefficient equipment.
For analysis technology integration at Putra World Trade Center (PWTC), food and beverage cost control effectively managed throughout the use of point of sale (POS) system, inventory management system, and digital reporting tools. The POS system accurately record all transactions, enabling management to monitor sales, calculate food cost percentage, and reduce error from manual recording. Inventory management ensure proper stock control using the FIFO method, minimize food waste, and support accurately purchasing decision. Together with digital report and data analysis, this system help PWTC control costs, improve financial planning, and maintain high quality food and beverage service.
My name is Nur Hafizatul Akmal. I will present discussion and recommended. Food and beverage cost control is a very important at World Trade Center Kuala Lumpur because it manages many large events and produces a high volume of food. The main problem is controlling food costs during the event, which can cause overproduction, proportion control, and food waste. Change in the food price can also affect costs. To solve this, Wtckl can use standard recipe, control portion properly, and manage stock using FIFO and regular check. Buying a bulk and working closely with supplier can also help reduce costs. In conclusion, good food and beverage cost control help WTCK save money, maintain food quality, and keep customer satisfied.